Here we are.
Okay, can I refresh? Hello, everyone.
Hi, guys. We just got to go mute the live stream real quick. We'll be right there.
Oh, I already did it.
Oh, look at you.
I think I had something muted before.
Oh, that's
now
convenient.
my live chat is. There we go. How's everybody doing?
No, we're good.
Yeah. Okay, good. Live. Yay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Fantasyathon, the live show. Oh my God, I'm so excited for everybody to be here. If you don't know me, my name is Maddie. I'm from the Book Pusher. You're on my channel. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. And I'm joined with the most lovely.
Introduce yourself. Julie from Pages and Pens. Hi, everybody. If you're not subscribed, I don't know what's in the description of this video, but you can find me.
Well, considering I made it 20 minutes ago, nothing.
We had issues with the new YouTube
live show
system. And then Allie, everybody, third host, Allie Corvier Books, down in the chat room. She's hanging out with all you because she's having technical skull fuckery with her webcam.
Exactly.
Absolutely. But we love her, and she's man in the comments.
Yeah, she's keeping an eye on all y'all.
Yeah. Don't you make her block you.
I don't remember how to block, so we'll figure. This is going to be like the Wild West of live shows, I swear.
I'm pretty sure you're the only person who's an actual moderator on your live show. So if
I think
shenanigans goes down, you're going to have to be blocking people.
Is like one of the only people that I've done like consecutive live shows with. So I don't know if she's busy or not. Hello, Cassie. And also, if I don't know your name and your name isn't in your username, please put that in the chat.
Phantom and Books, oh my gosh, you're up. You said it was like 1 o'clock where you are. I'm impressed, and thank you.
Hi, Melanie. Oh, Ailey. We're going to do a live show at some point. It's going to happen.
No. Hello.
Thank you very much, Fandom and Books. I was like, should I get like all princessy for this? Nah.
No. Hi, Paula. Well, thank you for being here and staying awake. That's impressive.
Dang.
I'm not even sure what the challenges are. You and me both. I feel like I probably know them.
I don't. I swear.
I think I do.
I was going over my TBR for this vlog, the vlog that I'm working on right now, and I was like, I don't know what the challenges are, but these are what I'm reading.
Like, I feel like it's the diverse, the different format, the either start or continue a series, backlist
or
debut, and then a hype train.
Yep. I think that's
and then a pamper, just pamper yourself. It's not even a book related one. Just
do something for yourself.
Do something nice for yourself.
Yeah. And make it bookish if you can.
I
won't lie, I'm in my PJs.
I won't lie to you either. From the bottom half of me, pure PJ. Bottom half of me, barely dressed.
And hey, how's it going? Ooh, this morning, I swear to God, someone was making coffee cake in my apartment building. And it made me real nostalgic for Seattle because my mom would make coffee cake all the time. And I just finished my diverse read this morning. And I actually really liked it. But bear in mind, spoiler alert for my vlog. Actually, I didn't put it in this vlog. It'll be in the next vlog. The pink is all the instances of girl hate. Not a great look, but it was kind of like when I read A Court of Thorns and Roses the first time. I just must be trash for a Beauty and the Beast retelling.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like they can be done real bad, but then they can be like decent. I thought this was actually a really unique, like really interesting twist on it, and I actually really did like it.
Yeah, Allie, I saw your video talking about how you didn't like it, and I just thought that I wouldn't, but for some reason the main character was just sassy enough that I was like, okay, I'll look past your like internalized misogyny right now and deal. But yeah, hopefully like it gets better because it's gonna be a series, like you can tell.
Yeah. I dug it. Currently reading the 5th season. Yeah, what's everybody currently reading right now?
Just started. Told you. Just started Skullduggery Pleasant. If you haven't heard of this, it is about a skeleton detective. And I'm only 54 pages in, and I'm already loving it. It's middle grade, too, which is weird for me because I can't read middle grade to save my life. Hey, 6 of Crows.
Strange the Dreamer. Jesus.
Chelsea, are you liking it?
I don't want to ask because I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
City of Brass. So good.
Ooh, A Fistful of Charms.
Ooh, I haven't heard of that one.
It's the one of the Hollow series.
I keep forgetting to start that.
It's so good.
I started Chandler Ainsley did that new adult fantasy series one, and I started. Oh, I think I took it off my phone. It was some smutty like Greek god thing, and it was so bad.
Oh, okay. I was like, what? But no, not if it's
yeah.
bad.
I think it was like Nightly Pleasures or something. It was definitely 90s smut.
Oh, because I have the new Wendy Higgins release that's like a new adult smexy Greek god retelling.
How do I not know about this?
I don't know. It's over there. It's in the it's on my like TBR cart, but it's Soul in Darkness by Wendy Higgins. She like self-pubbed.
Oh.
And it's real good.
Okay, no, I do remember you talking about that.
Yeah, she self-publishes her like new adult like smuttier ones, and then she like traditionally publishes her YA.
Gotcha.
I'm glad you're enjoying Strange the Dreamer. Ooh, an Enchantment of Ravens. Ooh, Nevernight.
Yes. I can't wait for Sorcery of Thorns. I'm thinking about just trying to get an arc of it because I want it so badly.
I know. I think I'm saving that for like my plane ride read. I think I'm going to be taking that with me to California.
Cool. Who sounds sexy, Chelsea? I'm confused. The audio is glorious. Is that sarcastic? Please tell me it's not sarcastic.
I don't know. No, he sounds sexy as fuck. Is it who?
Who are we talking about?
I'm assuming she's talking about
Laszlo?
Yeah, thank you. I brain farted.
You're good. Yay!
The narrator.
Yes, Laszlo is sexy as fuck.
Yeah. Practical Magic.
Oh, the narrator of Strange the Dreamer. Okay. Might have to listen to that on audiobook.
I'm currently in the middle of 4 books.
Which one are you enjoying the most? Oh, God.
Well, no. Here's the thing. None of them are bad, but I'm like 14 pages into this. So, like, I don't know. And then, like, 135 pages into an audiobook of, like, the Lux series is not good, but it's real quick.
I remember people talking about that when I started BookTube.
Yeah, I mean, you get the bind-ups, but, like, all of the books are on Hoopla, so I just am listening to it and, like, keeping track of, like, where I am. And then I'm, like, 240 pages into Middle Game, which I'm probably enjoying the most, but still have no idea what's happening.
Yeah, fair.
No clue. And then I'm, like, 20, 30 pages into In Other Lands by Sarah Reese Brennan. I have no feelings yet. What am I enjoying the least?
Peanut butter M&Ms. Yeah, Sydney's got it right.
None of them, really. I finished one, and it was a novella. So
I just finished Skyward this morning. Super good graphic novel. It is science fiction, though. It happened. Still counting it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Lux is science fiction too, but it's an SFF, so it counts.
Exactly. Maddie. Good. Getting a shot of tequila, because why not? Yeah.
Oh, did she, Sydney? I didn't see her talk about it. It's interesting. I love the characters, but the actual like science behind the plot and like what they're trying to do still makes no sense to me. But it's cool.
moving things. 1 second.
Oh, I know. I'm trying to keep up with the chat room. Yeah, is anybody else? Ooh, the Wicked King. Is anybody else reading that When the Moon Was Ours? That Anna Marie McLemore?
I need to read more her. I read The Way to Feathers and loved it. Haven't read anything else though. Love getting brunch drunk. Yes.
I have who else? Melanie. She wrote what? She wrote Wild Beauty and then something else, not just The Way to the Feathers. There was something else.
Blanca Rosa? Is that it?
No. There was a different one.
Yeah, there's one more and I can't think of it.
Because I read that one too. I read Wild Beauty and one other one by her.
Anybody in the chat room know?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's Chelsea says the same thing.
No.
When the Moon Was Ours. No, that's the other one.
That's the other one. And Blanca y Roja, I have not read. But I thought I read something other than Wild Beauty.
Yeah.
And it's none of those. So maybe I'm wrong. But I DNF'd Wild Beauty. I couldn't get into it. I did not enjoy her writing.
People were like hyping that up, and then all of a sudden it just died.
Not Way to the Feathers either. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's only Wild Beauty that I tried by hers. But I thought I tried another one too.
Okay.
Maybe it was other short stories then. I don't know. There's something I can't get down with. So I didn't try When the Moon Was Ours, but I'm interested to see what people think about it. I know you love it, Melanie. I had to DNF it. I really disliked it, which is not what most people thought of it.
What else is everybody reading or hating or loving?
Or hating. Hopefully nobody's like, has anybody had to DNF something yet? We're early.
I really wanted to DNF Sight Witch. I got like 70 pages. It's like 200 pages and 70 pages at, like to the end. I was like, I don't want to do this. I don't care.
That's horrible.
I just have like so many new books that I'm like, but I have other things I could read right now.
I need good.
Oh, you got rid of Enchanté? I don't even know what it's about. I just like that it's called Enchanté.
I think it's like a French Revolution magical realism-y book, isn't it? It's like Les Mis with magic, maybe. I don't know. Everything French Revolution to me is just Les Mis. It's just a Les Mis.
It's just Les Mis. It's just
Les Mis. It's obviously Les Mis.
Ooh, Allie, you're gonna have to let me know how you feel about that one.
And I haven't heard anything bad about that one. That's a middle grade, isn't it?
Girls of Paper and Fire?
No, Arusha and the End of the World.
No, I've heard good stuff about that.
Yeah.
Oh, the Assassin Nun book. It's over there. I don't want to reach for it.
That's not what it is, Allie. I feel like that's what it has to be. I need good fantasy graphic novel recs that are on Hoopla.
I always immediately go with Rat Queens, I Hate Fairyland. You've already read that.
Yeah.
Oh, my graphic novels are underneath this.
Or like real good like fantasy books that are on like audiobook on Hoopla that I can like read while traveling.
I love it whenever someone asks me for recommendations, I immediately blank.
Allie, please tell me you're kidding.
Really? You don't have Hoopla? I didn't know they had movies. I rented Hotel
They
Artemis.
do. Allie, or for anybody else that doesn't know either, Hoopla is a service that your library may or may not subscribe to. Luckily, mine does. But it is linked to your library card, and in the US at least. And it's just an additional service that's nationwide. So if my library subscribes to Hoopla, and Maddie in California, or not California, Arizona,
Nevada.
Nevada, that one. Like,
No,
no matter where you are in the US, if your library subscribes to Hoopla, we all have the same library, as
I
opposed to
still
like.
have mine synced to Seattle because fuck no, Nevada's
Yeah.
library system sucks.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, it's great because I get my books like immediately, but like I've been waiting for some books to come in, and they came out like 3 months ago.
Oh.
Yeah.
But most people like county by county, like their libraries obviously have different books, but Hoopla is universal. Anybody who has it has access to the same things.
Yeah, I just read Moonstruck Volume 2 on there. Didn't love it.
Oh. I was gonna say I read the first one. Maybe I should read the second one, but not if you didn't love it.
No, it's a pass. Like, it's cute. It's real cute, but it's not. Yeah. But that's been kind of like my reading year.
I know. I'm sorry, Canada. And UK.
Oh, bummer.
I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. What are we looking forward to reading next? I think Chelsea had asked. What are we most looking forward to reading during the course? For me, it's definitely either Sorcery of Thorns by Margaret Rogerson or The Lost Coast.
I'm very excited for Nevermore.
Yeah.
It's been so long in the coming. Like, the funny part was I got the ARC at work and I brought it home, and my like best friend roommate was like, I need that. And I was like, okay.
All right.
Like, I just picked it up, and then I never got around to borrowing it back from her. So
I do want to read that one, but I'm pretty excited about
the Orange Tree is so good.
Ooh, Crown of Feathers. I do want to read.
Crown of Feathers.
Absolutely, Chelsea.
The Ruin of Kings was, depending on how much you liked the weird timeline structure of Nevernight, if you really liked it, which I don't think a lot of people did, you'll really like The Ruin of Kings. Ooh, I love Foundry Side, though.
The Devouring Gray, Poppy War. Good. You guys have real good books coming up. Like, you guys are like on point with your TBRs.
Yeah. I really want The Devouring Gray, but the library doesn't have it yet.
Well.
Mm-hmm.
Womp womp.
If you haven't read Nevernight, you should change that.
Yeah, the Poppy War scares me too, especially because I think it was like one of those Kindle sale buys for me, and I was like, I don't know if it's going to be like my thing. I'll pick it up on Kindle for like $1.99, and now I've got like this giant epic high fantasy on my Kindle or my Nook where I'm like, it's probably not how I want to read it.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not on an e-reader. Like, it's really good, but like you might throw your e-reader. Because like I had to physically put the book down and walk away.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, it's look up the trigger warnings. Like with that book, it's all of the trigger warnings happen in about 15 pages.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's a long ass list. So.
Yeah, I say that I'm usually pretty good. The only thing that seriously gets to me is spiders.
I don't think there's any spiders.
For the most part, I'm cool.
There's a lot of body horror. Like if you look up what it's based on, it does that.
Yeah.
And yeah. Yeah, I saw the author talking about trigger warnings.
Oh, was that her? I knew authors were talking about.
Oh no, it wasn't the author of the Poppy War. It was somebody else. No, she's the
I'm like, what? And I was like, I knew an author was talking about that, but I didn't think it was her.
I don't even know who she is, but she was like, I don't think we should spoil our readers. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, no, I saw that.
She's like, I don't need one, and like we need to like be traumatized so we can learn.
All right, good to know, Mel.
Oh, she wrote a contemporary.
Oh.
Yeah.
Who else is slightly? Chelsea said she was bending the rules in her TBR. She really wasn't.
Like at all, yeah.
No, you were fine. Is anybody else like bending the rules? I feel like I am. Like if I actually read and finish like any of these Lux, they're technically sci-fi. They're not like they're not fantasy.
I mean, I outright in my TBR was like, I don't really DNF books, so I'm rereading The Night Circus.
There you go.
Yeah.
What did I pick for that one? I think I did pick the Lux series because I did start that one and then I definitely didn't finish it. And then I also I tried another one and then I put it down. I forget what it was now. But
yeah, I think the problem with the challenges that I didn't really think about is that they're so easy to double up on that my brain just goes, "Oh, I'm reading this." Don't know what I'm reading it for, but
yeah.
But I also like that. Like I think it's easier to build a TBR around that.
That's great.
Flexible, so.
And we've also said, like, you don't have to do them all. You don't have to do any. Just, like, come read fantasy with us. Like, read whatever you want.
I mean, that's basically what I did with you guys for Contemporary-thon last. I was like, okay, I've got, like, a whole bunch of books that y'all have been talking about nonstop, so.
I'm just going to come read them now. Now's the time.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine.
Zach, what are you reading?
You should absolutely double up on challenges.
Yeah.
And I counted the Lost Coast too, Chelsea. I was like, if you were like, I'm really stretching it here. And I'm like, really? Because that's literally on my TBR, not ironically. Yeah, no, the Name of the Wind is definitely not just Maddie, so you're cool.
Yeah, it's super fucking hyped.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the first one. The second one, though.
Oh, no.
It's too long. Way too long.
I have not gotten to it yet. I own it. It's up there. I'm not ready yet.
The first one?
Name
of the Wind or Wise Man's Fear?
Oh, no, Name of the Wind.
Okay. You gotta be determined to read it.
And I'm not yet.
Exactly. It's like is it going to be a TV show or a movie? Lin-Manuel is doing the music, so I'm like all about that. Like, yeah.
Nice. That's all right. My reading this entire time so far, I mean, it's what, like 2 days in, but it's been not fantastic. So I still haven't started Kingsbane yet, Melanie, so I did not do that the other day.
The Lost Coast looks so good. Is that out?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's out next month though.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, that and The Devouring Grey. I'm like, I need all the paranormal witchy shit.
Yeah. Hi, Jamie. She got on my nerves.
Mm-hmm.
Relatively new to fantasy. Oh, yeah. You're good.
Yeah, The Name of the Wind is also kind of like, it's higher fantasy. So if you're like in the Game of Thrones sphere, you've heard of it, but like it's not something you see a lot of people talk about on BookTube every day.
It's also one of those, I mean, what year was it originally published in? It's been out for forever.
Yeah, I don't have a copy of it. It's an older book, yeah. He's, there's a reason why they say Patrick Rothfuss is like George R. R. Martin. He's never going to publish that third book. It's never going to happen.
No. 2007. It's been a hot minute.
Yeah, it's been about a decade.
You know.
It's been a minute.
It's fine. Everything's fine. Nothing's on fire.
Everything is fine.
I do want to get to it, but like I have a giant shelf of massive like tome fantasies that I'm like, I want to get to it. Maybe, hopefully. Kaylee, you're never late. You're always just on time.
Exactly.
Melanie keeps telling me you have to read The Name of the Wind. I definitely want to do that soon.
I would say The Name of the Wind is like it's a cohesive narrative, whereas The Wise Men's Fear is circular stories, which is fun, but it's long. It's just really long.
Yeah, I feel like I did okay with Liza Blackmore as an audiobook, but I feel like in general, high fantasy or adult fantasy, I like to physically read. I feel like I always miss something when I listen to it, and I feel like I would definitely miss something if I listened to Name of the Wind.
It'd be kind of cool. I bet the audiobook is done really well.
I'm sure.
Yeah. Are you guys excited for like adaptations coming out, like new books coming out? I don't feel like I have the Brent Weeks book. That's one of my long ones on my PBR. Other than Priory, I don't think I had anything that was huge. I did not like Queen of the Tearling. That book got me into BookTube.
I did not like it either.
Yeah, funniest thing was I hated it so much. I went looking for reviews and I found this community. It's a very on brand story.
That definitely is. Yeah. No, I'm not a fan of it, but Sorcery of Thorns is going to be so good, Allie. I saw something that I wanted to talk about and I missed it. Oh, the adaptations here.
Yeah, the Black Prism sounds right. I don't know. I've got Pops in front of it, so I can't read the spine.
I have that too. I have not read. I'm excited. I mean, I'm obviously excited for the Grisha verse adaptation. I'm excited to see what they do with it. I'm excited for the Wicked Deep if and when that actually comes to fruition.
I'm excited and so nervous for the Grishaverse.
Yeah.
Because if they fuck it up, I'm gonna be so mad.
Oh, there's so much potential too. But I also feel like Lee seems like she's been pretty involved. So hopefully not.
And the guy who is show running it is like invested.
Yeah.
So hopefully they throw that like Netflix money at it and they don't screw it up.
I think they will.
Yeah.
The Wicked Deep is going to be a movie. It's going to be a Netflix movie. I don't think they're making a show out of it. I believe they're making a Netflix movie out of it. So Chelsea, do you know what they're doing with the Wayward Children's? Are they doing a show?
I think it's a show.
It would have to be, right? Like, is there so many book episodes to go?
Yeah, who's doing that? I don't remember what. For some reason, I want to say Stars, but I could be wrong.
I'm not sure. I just knew that it got optioned. I didn't know. I don't know by who. The Wicked Deep is Netflix.
And Cindy, I would say try Shadow and Bone first. And if you don't love it, read Six of Crows. And then go back to the rest of the Grishaverse books.
Or don't. I read Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom first, went back and read the Grisha trilogy, was not a fan.
I mean, yeah, I feel like I had a love for the world that wasn't there if I had tried to slog my way through the Grisha trilogy first. But
so technically the Grishaverse is the Shadow and Bone, Ruin and Rising, Siege and Storm, Six of Crows, Crooked Kingdom, King of Scars.
Have you read that?
No, I own it. I got about 75 pages in and went, I'll come back to you.
It's a good plan.
Yeah. But like I said, I did Six of Crows, Crooked Kingdom, went back and read the original 3. Could have done without it.
Yeah, it could have been so much better. Like, I'm not like the Darkling. Like, I remember people were like, "Oh my god," and I was like, "He's okay." Like,
I don't get
calm
it.
down.
No, like, because the only character I enjoyed from that series
was
Nikolai.
Yeah.
And then I heard now I'm real nervous to read that.
Yeah, like I'm gonna
Yeah.
just say whatever comes after King of Scars and Ninth House better blow my fucking mind.
Yeah.
Or there's gonna be issues.
I feel like Ninth House has a lot of potential, and I'm low-key ready to do whatever it takes at BEA and BookCon to get an arc of that.
Oh my god.
Like, whatever it takes. And then I'm also doing ALA DC later in June. So, like, between the three, like, BEA, BookCon, and ALA, like, I will come away with an arc of that book.
I just would like to see it. Like, that's all.
Yeah.
I would not recommend reading Scars without the others. Like, a lot of the book is like, what did you miss in Ravka while you were in Ketterdam? But still, I would not read Scars without having read at least Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom. Because otherwise you will have literally no fucking clue what's happening.
No. Yeah, I agree. And I only got like 75 pages in, and even still, it was like, you'll be like, Nina who?
Yeah, like that's the biggest part. Nina's arc will make zero sense.
No sense. Yeah.
It didn't really make sense anyway, but like...
No.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of people like did not get on it because I have a video on it that I thought was going to like go off because people were going to be mad at me, but I don't think people have read it. Which
I think they either didn't read it or your opinion is really not that polarizing. Like a lot of the people that I know that read it were pretty disappointed by it.
Yeah. Also, this is the 7-Eleven wine. It's called Yosemite Road. It's Moscato. It's like $4.
$4?
And it's delicious.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's zero chance of me ever trying that because 7-Elevens here don't sell booze. So, like, there is no 7-Eleven wine here.
Oh. Interesting.
I know. Pennsylvania. We were founded by the Dutch. They're very proper. And we just, there's nothing.
Yeah. That sucks.
Yeah, it does. Truly.
We couldn't be trampoling you.
Melanie
so
and
Melanie.
Melanie and I are coming for you. I'm just gonna basically box out for Melanie, and she's just gonna grab two. Like I'm just gonna like bodyguard and like make room.
Seems fair. I'll just buy it when it comes out.
I mean, or that.
Yeah. I have this thing about not trying to get into a mosh pit. Like, some people call it self-preservation.
Nah. I feel like I can hold my own.
Honestly, though, the arc that I would fight someone for is Dark Dawn.
Yeah.
I'm so mad that he's like, oh, booksellers are getting it. And I'm like, I'm not a bookseller anymore. Fuck.
I'm pretty pumped. Like, I'm really hoping that when the arcs for Winterwood, Shay Earnshaw's second come out, I can get my hands on one, but they still have not come out yet.
When is that coming out?
I want it. I think it was supposed to have come out. Like, I've already pre-ordered the book, but like the arcs still haven't dropped. I have no idea what's happening.
Yeah. Oh, did you guys see my Insta story? So I talked to Jay on Instagram a lot, right? And he did that like Insta story about how he draws his maps for his worlds. And he was like, it turned out like a dragon. There's going to be no dragons in this world. Because it's about vampires, which totally stole my idea. That's what my book was about from November. And I was like, hey, hear me out. Vampire dragons. He was like, publish that. You'll make $1 million.
You should do that thing.
You should do that. It's not going to be in my book, but...
I'm not doing it, but you should do that.
So.
There was this idea, like, oh, shoot, do I not have the picture still? It was really funny, and I low-key kind of want to do it. Where is it? I thought I saved a picture. Entertain the masses while I look for this thing. I got nothing.
Hi, guys. You can watch me eat crackers and dip. I was going to make dip, but that didn't happen.
Oh, I found it. So I forget who it was, but it was like an author on Instagram, or not Instagram, on Twitter, and they're like, here's how I make my maps. And they just threw pasta on a page and then outlined the pasta, and the outline of the pasta becomes their world.
That's brilliant.
How great is that?
I'm so irritated I didn't come up with that.
And now all I want to do is go throw penne pasta on a piece of paper and make a map for my world.
That's so cool.
Like, it's an urban fantasy, so I don't need a map of my world, but like I could make a map of like a fairy, like with this, and just be like, this is what it looks like. Just throw pasta on a page. Like, this is genius.
I'm toying with a high fantasy, so I'm totally doing that.
Do it.
Gonna happen. Next NaNoWriMo, guys.
I love it. Pasta cartography. Basically.
Yeah. Jay is so cool. He's the only person that's recognized me from my channel. It's fucking surreal.
That is.
The adult version of macaroni card.
It is. I think it's brilliant. I was like, I absolutely love that idea. It just gives you the basic outline of just like, here.
Yeah. And you could get like a completely different story out of it, like than what you expected.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
I love everything about it. I will be doing it at some point.
I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
It's going to happen.
Yeah. I was like, that's genius. What do you love to see in your fantasy books? Like map, like the foreword or like the like appendix. Like, what do you love to see?
So absolutely fucking love maps. Like, honestly, I know this is an arc. Does anyone know, does the finished copy have a map? Because speaking of what I like, but like this had something I didn't like, the world building in this was really shoddy. There's a plot point that hinges on literally no one in the world knowing anything about their own geography. And I don't get it. Yeah. I was like, how does no one know this country that she just made up doesn't exist?
Yeah.
How? And it's like a plot line for the whole book. And I'm like, no. Sorry, guys. It's a very small spoiler, but like very annoying. But like map, super, super necessary. Fan
art. I do love when they have fan art. I think that it's cool when they have it either on the inside flaps or like the inside dust jacket. I know some people don't like seeing what the authors think the characters look like. I enjoy it. I like family trees.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when they're like really like artsy. Like I really like a family tree map. Oh, hi. Trigger warnings.
Yeah, I definitely appreciated that. I remember reading the reason why I went into Priory with such like a kind of like lower expectation was there was this like hierarchy in, oh God, what's the name of her first book? Bone Season, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, oh my God, this has like a hierarchy of all the different like powers that everyone has. And then by the end of the book, I was like, nope, not for me. Not at all. But it was like her first book and she was so young when she wrote it. Mm-hmm. So the fact that she even did it was amazing. But like I spent the entire book being like, wow, these are all really strange UK slang words. And then at the end of the book, I was like, oh, there's an entire glossary that I could have been looking at.
Cool. Of all of them? Yeah.
What I love about Jay Kristoff, even in his first series, he has like a character list and who each of them are.
Yeah.
So helpful. Yeah. I wish more people did that.
I agree. And then somebody was saying like if they don't have fan art in the book or it doesn't come with like cause sometimes like Owlcrate or something, if it's a fantasy book, will come with like character art. Then they go and they look it up. Like they go and look up fan art, which is great, except sometimes like the fan art will come and it'll be like a ship. It'll be like two characters kissing and you're like, damn it. Like you spoil yourself because you want early on to figure out who somebody is.
Like,
So,
when you were like, "Can you send me Nevernight fan art? I don't want to get spoiled."
I did. I was like, Maddie, you have to send me, like, I need to know what this person looks like, and I don't want to go look it up because I'm afraid I'm going to spoil myself. And she's like,
You'll
I'm glad
get
you didn't
spoiled,
because you
like,
would have spoiled
automatically.
yourself.
Yeah.
So she was like, don't go look for it. And like, that's difficult.
Yeah. No, I can totally agree. Like, there's some books that I wish had a lot more fan art, like City of
Yeah.
Brass. Someone, the author ran a competition, and the first ones that dropped were just glorious. Knocked it out of the park. And there has been nothing else since,
Yeah.
which sucks because it's so good.
I'm glad I'm not alone. My Una does it too. She's like, I have to ask friends. Like,
Yeah.
oh,
See,
Kaylee, some of those
so
Nevernight people sound real hot. And I was like, I'm kind of like digging this person. I need to know what they look like.
which is so funny too, because I think you were talking about Cassius, and I was like, I imagined him like a 45-year-old Snape. Which he's not. And
He's
everyone was
not. And I was like, really? Because
Cassius.
that's not what I'm getting. And then you looked up the fan art of him and you're like, oh, wait, no, that's not what he looks like. And I was like,
I know.
yeah, no, that's what I was picturing. I'm glad we're on the same page now.
Yeah. But I also read it like, I think I saw it on Instagram like a couple months after it came out. So I read it then. There was no fan art. Like, I think he was saying like the fact that people are trying to get a hold of the UK hardcover is like crazy because his publishers didn't even think it was going to sell.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. Hot young man. Yes.
Your contemporary fan art.
Oh, wow. I knew what Cassie, I knew what the acronym meant, but I forgot what book that was.
I just finished it like the beginning of this month.
I finished it. I vlogged it. I finished it the week it came out. It was long. There's a lot in it.
It was.
As you could tell, I totally remember what it was.
I listened to the audiobook. I actually listened to the audiobook for all three of them. And I own them. I love them. They're gorgeous. But like, the audiobooks are really well done.
Oh, good. I didn't know that.
And I love them. I enjoyed it. I enjoy it because I like enjoy all of her stuff, but I wasn't like blown away by any of it.
Ooh, how'd you? Oh, spoilers. Never mind.
Yeah, no, don't say it. I'm also just real sick and tired of getting cock blocked. Like,
right?
like, God damn it.
Oh, Queen of Air and Darkness, guys. It's the last in the Dark Artifices series.
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought it was the Queen of Nothing.
Different series.
Yes, exactly. That's why I was like, what book are we talking about again?
It's a different thing.
All right, bye, Shay.
Happy dinnering.
I will keep that in mind. Ooh, okay. I feel like I have to look at them. 1 second. Move the book cart.
Maybe,
Lord of Shadows, Lady Midnight, Queen of Air and Darkness. Lord of Shadows being my favorite one.
I could see
sort
that.
of, actually. Like, I don't know.
I'm torn. I liked Lady Midnight, but I feel like I might like Lady Midnight most because it's so far removed from my recent memory. But Queen of Air and Darkness is probably my least favorite. No, it can't be. There's so much fairy. Oh no.
Exactly. That's what I just thought about. I was like, hold up. No. There's that good fairy.
I know. I don't know.
I literally ran up to my roommate and like shook the book at her, and I was like, if there isn't a fucking hot fairy threesome in this goddamn book, I'm gonna die.
I don't know. I'm very torn.
So I would say that those parts, top favorite. Queen of Air and Darkness on a whole, my least favorite book.
Yeah.
So, well, I don't know. I like Lady Midnight. That's the thing. I definitely liked it.
I do too.
Yeah.
I might actually go in publication order, like 1, 2, 3. What other Fae books are out there besides The Cruel Prince? Um, Personally, I really like the damn it, what's it called? The Wicked Lovely series by
Ooh, yeah.
Melissa Marr. Big fan of that series.
Project. This is a Tam Lin retelling, and I didn't realize that Tam Lin from A Court of Thorns and Roses is actually its own Fae story. And Sarah J. Maas was like, I'm just gonna make it a name.
I'm just taking it.
It's not smutty though. It's a little smutty. Yeah. It's not like A Court of Mist and Fury smutty.
Yeah.
Like
I agree, Melanie. The Fever series is real smutty. That's definitely Fae. And then the Dark Artifices has Fae. And then what else has Fae that I really, really love? I'm just turning around the labyrinth. I don't know. I haven't read
Go ahead.
I haven't read it yet, but the Dream Dark, the Laini Taylor has a Fae series. I haven't read it yet though.
Oh, are you talking about Tithe? No.
No.
Never mind.
I mean, yes, she also has that. But no, she has this Dream Dark.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I remember like looking her up when I was stalking Muse of Nightmares and its ever changing release date. Yeah. I saw that at Barnes.
Which is pretty cool. And I agree. Also, Iron Fae, which I have not read in a very long, well, apparently not read at all. I thought I was going to reread it and then realized I'd never read it at all. I have that. I need to read it. And Enchantment of Ravens, for sure. I actually thought that was a really cool take on Fae. I really enjoyed it. I would love that, Melanie.
Yeah, Enchantment of Ravens is Fae. So, Sorcery of Thorns Fae?
Say what?
It's Sorcery of Thorns Fae.
No, it isn't. It's like magical, like grimoires and demons and
that's like
witchy libraries.
I'm into it.
I'm super into it.
I love the covers for that, but I think it's the same. It's Charlie Bowater that did Sorcery of Thorns and also Aurora Rising, but I do not like the Aurora Rising cover. Like, hot take, but like, no.
No. Not all Fae books are sexy, but in general, Fae are sexy. So, like, I mean, an Enchantment of Ravens isn't like smexy. Like, they're not all filled with sex, but like in general, there's an allure to Fae that usually does allude to flirtations and romances.
I think that Fae crossed the line of consent in a way that YA has always flirted with. Because, you know, like fairy circles being like hella old.
Hella old. They're super old.
They're super old, but they're not dead, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Hi, Natasha.
Oh, hi, Natasha. I get to sleep with you soon. In that we're staying in an Airbnb soon.
Oh, I know. That's the thing. I do. But I was like, oh, hold up.
Sealy and unsealy. It's just like the good guys and the bad guys. Some blur lines. It's okay though. Hi, Amber. We're just talking about everything. How many books did you have on your final TBR? I'm trying to think about how many I have on my actual TBR for like the rest of the readathon.
I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I think I have like 7 or 8, and then I'd really like to get a couple of like graphic novels in. I need to like get a couple.
Yeah, I've read 3 so far.
Mm-hmm.
I have 5 here, and Red Scrolls shows up on Tuesday.
Yes.
And I have 2 more graphic novels I want to read. Not counting the ones on Hoopla.
Yeah.
I'm a mess.
I did not pre-order Red Scrolls, and I thought about it too. Like I had it fully in my Good Choice Readings cart to like get signed and personalized and numbered, and I was like, walk away, Julie.
Honestly, Melanie being like, I have an hour-long vlog coming. And I'm like, pre-order. Because I want to be able to read it and then watch that video.
She got me. She got me on a couple other books though recently where I'm like, I gotta draw a line.
You guys and fucking that Red Royal whatever blue, that one. I don't pre-order contemporaries, and I'm gonna pre-order that contemporary.
Yeah.
Who am I?
You won't be sorry.
No, I can totally tell. Like
you'll be good. Do I read way more on readathons? Typically, yes. This one, nope.
I mean, it kind of depends on what's going on during the readathon.
Yeah, I feel like the last sequelathon, rereadathon, and fantasyathon, I wanted to do all of them. Genuinely excited to do all of them, and then just life got crazy, and I did a lot less reading than I hoped to. But in general, when life is like chill, I always do more reading during readathons.
I just get so competitive.
Yeah, with myself, not with other people. Like I don't care what other, whatever other people read is like great. Like I just for myself, I'm like must do amazing.
I also like speed read way more during readathons, or if I'm like, if I know I'm doing a brand review. Let's be real,
yeah,
but booktubeathon especially. Well, what's it called now? The reading
reading, not reading rampage, reading rush.
Yeah, that last year I just got into it, and I was having a terrible week too.
Yeah,
like I should not have forced myself to do daily vlogs at the same time.
No. Yeah, the daily vlogs do help. I knew I wasn't going to do them for this one just because I was busy in the middle of it. Plus, it's 10 days. I can't do 10 vlogs. But we're too, like, I keep feeling like I haven't read enough for this readathon, and then I'm like, we're 2 days in. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's all right.
I think it's weird because it's like readathons start usually on Mondays. So I'm like, I'm behind, but
yeah.
I have a whole week. Are we in your vlog? Yes.
Yay. I came into Fantasyathon still not done Queen of Bear Darkness. So I counted that for like technically like the first it could be the first one finished, and then the novella was pretty easy. And then the other the Heirs of Fate is an arc that comes out next week, and this is a novella bind up, so it's 3 different little novellas in here too. So that's
such a pretty cover.
That should be pretty quick. Yeah.
Hannah banana. Wait, never mind. What?
Mm-hmm.
Not gonna let you let that slip.
Natasha, that's totally valid. I'm vlogging. It's just not daily.
Yeah, I was supposed to have one up tonight. We'll see.
We'll see how that goes. I don't think this is going to be like a crazy, stupid long live show. We just wanted to touch base, see how everybody was liking it.
Exactly.
What's like a fantasy that didn't make it onto your TBR that maybe you want to like take more time with, or you're just not ready for right now, but that you're still really hyped for?
That's such a good question. So I did read this is gonna be spoilery for the vlog, but whatever. I just did a book outlet order for the first time in like a year because I've been trying to be really good. But I got these. So I read The Shadow Queen and loved it. Not as much as I wanted to because this year fucking sucks for reading for me. But my roommate up in Seattle loved these. And so I'm excited to take a little bit more time, especially with this one, because she was like, I need you to read this right now. And it's been like 6 months.
I like that cover too.
That's so pretty. Every
Ooh.
single one of them has these. They're gorgeous.
Very nice.
I also think I'll probably take my time with Red Scrolls. I probably won't finish it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair. I think I'm just staring at my, I don't know. I'm gonna say City of Brass. I really do want to read it. I want to get to it for sure, for sure, for sure. I just know
Don't
that
read
now
that
is not the time.
Don't read that one during a readathon. It's
No, that's what I'm saying. Like there's certain ones where I know it's not a readathon situation, but like I really do want to get to it. Um so probably that. Yeah. And Warbreaker maybe.
Warbreaker. That's the Brandon Sanderson?
It is. It's like his standalone. And then yes, and then Gideon the Ninth too.
So this is a very unread. So when I was moving down, my dad was driving me in the U-Haul, and I was like, he's like, I have Audible. What should we listen to? And I was like, City of Brass. And so every like few minutes, he's like, pause. What the fuck is going on? And I'm like, this is what's happening. And he's like, okay, play. 5 minutes later, that's the political system is very
Oh, is
complex.
it? Oh, okay. I'm like, is
Yeah.
he just not used to audiobooks? Like,
No, he likes audiobooks. The political system itself, you kind of have to just go with it.
got ya.
So it takes the main character and throws her in a world she doesn't understand, and it doesn't hold your hand.
Got ya. Yeah, that's just one of those ones where I'm like, I never want to say that I don't read as well during readathons, but I just typically read a lot faster during readathons, and I like to annotate. I like to take my time. I like to tab, especially with like fantasies. Like I think that's why I'm usually so successful for contemporary athons, because I don't typically annotate and tab and like do as much for those, but for fantasy books I do. So I knew it wasn't a book I wanted to like rush through.
I love V.E. Schwab. She's not for everyone though. Like I can totally see
Yeah.
someone commented on a video I have about poorly written female characters, and they were like, "How do you feel about Delilah from Darker Shade?" And I can totally see why some people find her to be like not like other girls, but to me, she's a strong female character. She's not done as well as I want her to be in the first book, but I can see why Victoria. I thought you said. I'm sorry. I thought that said Victoria Schwab is trash, and I was like personally offended.
How dare you? Yeah.
Like, it's okay if you don't like her to be like no.
The Darker Shade of Magic series, I actually read an audiobook and I really enjoyed the audiobook. I have the beautiful physical editions because Chelsea gifted them to me, but I didn't annotate them because I listened to them. So I can't answer that for you. I will say I ordered Near Witch and I'm really excited to get to that one. I have not read it yet. But I do want to read that one soon.
Yeah, I've met her 3 times. She always comes to a specific location in Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting though. It's like I think it's Sam from Thoughts on Tomes. I've had a few discussions with her on her comments
Mm-hmm.
where she doesn't like Delilah, but she loves Kelsey from not Queen of Air Darkness, Queen of the Tearling.
Oh.
And that character is
Horrible.
she shames women constantly.
Yeah,
and
it's horrible.
like all the time. And I'm like, I was like, no. And she's like Daenerys. And I was like, have you read Game of Thrones though? She's not like Daenerys.
I don't think we're thinking about the same people.
Like that's the thing. When I was started BookTube, I was like, I don't know what book y'all read, but it wasn't the one I read.
I don't think anybody dislikes Victoria Schwab as a person, Zach. I think it's just her writing is her own, like you either really like it or you don't. Or there's people like Chelsea and Melanie who read all of her works and are just like, okay. Like they don't love them. They don't hate them. It's just like, all right.
It's like whenever someone's like, "Hey, Jay Kristoff has super flowery writing," and I don't get into that, I'm not mad at them. Like, fair. Try lifelike.
Yeah. I finished Lifelike and I'm like, I really like, I fear for Jay. Like, I don't know how he isn't living in a hut off the grid in the middle of the woods. Like, he writes
Right?
technology and computers in a way that's just like, how are you living with light switches even? Like, you can't write like that unless you have a deep seated paranoia of technology. Like, what are you doing?
I at the end of that book, like the last page, I took it and threw it across the room. So angry.
I was like, I'm giving this 5 stars, but if this goes the way he's hinting it's going to go at, which I know it won't, I'm going to be so pissed.
Yeah. That book is so good. You have whose eyes tattooed on your back, Sydney?
Kel's.
Oh, wait, what? Oh.
She's got Kel's eyes tattooed on her back.
If you have me on Twitter, could you like send that? Because like that's so cool. I have so many tattoos I need to get.
You can see sometimes too on her Instagram when she's lifting in like the right shirts.
Okay.
Yes, Natasha?
Yeah.
I listened to the audiobook and the audiobook was real good.
It's like a Romeo and Juliet, Mad Max, Blade Runner, X-Men mashup. I wish I was
Accurate.
kidding. It's like he like that blurb came out. I was like, yeah, sure, Jay. And then I read it. I was like, you're not fucking with me right now. Like, what the
Accurate.
hell?
Yeah.
I got all the way to that last page of the book. I was like, this doesn't seem right. This is okay. And then that last part, I was like, I tried to totally like second guess my favorite author. That didn't work out. I'm thinking of doing like a rate Jay Kristoff books, like what Melanie did with Cassandra Clare.
Mm.
Mostly because I want to tag him in it and be like, some of these you fucked up in, but it's okay. I forgive you.
But it's all right.
It's okay. We all learn, which is the most important thing. That was stupid.
I think you'll like it, Chelsea. Yes, Sydney.
Oh.
Oh. Yeah, people want that video.
Oh, okay, that's what the do it's for.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's gonna be like September, guys. I'm gonna do a fuck ton of Jay Kristoff shit. Trust me. Like my brand.
It'll be a good one. I've thought about that and I'm like, I don't know if I've read like anybody's stuff enough to like do a rate the.
Well, I think he's the only person that I've read like all of his backlist.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly because Melissa from the Bookish Babbler, who is not in the chat right now, slightly personally offended, she was like harping on me to read his Lotus War series. And it's good. It's not for everyone. Once again, it's very steampunk Japanese fantastical elements.
Mm-hmm.
But there's some good stuff in it. Like the first book, the word lotus is just abused in very bad ways.
Oh no.
Overused. But it's his first book, so it's like, okay, I get it. Like, but
yeah,
the whole series on the whole, like, it's not Nevernight. Like,
yeah.
It's not one that I'm like, hey, you should read this. I don't care what you're into. You should read this. It's more of a, you like steampunk? Here you go.
Yeah, I'm not huge into steampunk. I think that's all I haven't read by him though. Like I think I've read everything except for that.
Yeah. It's definitely like just you have to be into that or you're not gonna like it.
I think I've read all of Schwab except for Near Witch.
That's the thing. I haven't read her archived.
Oh no, I haven't read that either. I take it back.
Yeah.
I take it back.
Oh, and haven't read.
And then there's other things that I've read, like I have. where I've read like giant series, but like I can't rate within a series like books like that. Like
What about the Harry
no,
Potter?
there's like 15 books in like the Hollow series, but like I can't sit there and be like, I like this one best and this one's garbage.
Oh,
Like I just love them all.
I mean, I'm on City of Glass right now because for some reason I was like, I've been having a shitty reading year. I'm gonna read the Mortal Instruments.
That would not have been my go-to.
It's
I don't
very strange.
yeah, I don't do steampunk, but I will say like the closest to steampunk that I've really, really loved is Timekeeper by Tara Sim,
I need to get into that.
which is really good. And I have put Chainbreaker, the sequel, the second of the series, and the third one's out, but I don't own it yet. I own Chainbreaker, and I put it on like 5 TBRs and still not read it yet, and I need to.
Yeah.
Soon.
Someone I know that was so into it and was like, you need to get this. And I was like,
I think you'd like it.
Oh, I'm dead positive I will.
Yeah.
They're saying yes.
Fantasy books you're most intimidated by?
None. Ooh, actually, well, okay.
I don't know if that's true. I think I'm pretty intimidated by the Black Prism.
I think that like long books don't really intimidate me, but I have the second one. I don't have the first one yet. The 5th season, I've heard the world building that's weird intimidates me because like I know for being a speed reader, if it's a dense writing style, like the one thing with Priory is that it's a denser writing style.
Yeah.
And that usually doesn't slow me down. But if the world building, like City of Brass, like politics wise, that slows me down. Or if it's like Discovery of Witches and a guy's like, I'm going to murder you so no one else can hurt you. That slows me down because I had to read that sentence like 5 times.
You're like, you didn't just say that.
Yeah, I did. I was like, no. How is this popular?
Yeah, no. Children of Time.
Well,
I don't know why, but I feel like the Black Prism, I don't know, maybe it's because I like struggled with Astonishing Color of After. I don't know if it's like a color thing or like the magic system or like the breakdown of color and color wielding. I don't know why, because like usually like magic systems, like it seems like it's like a not a bastardization, but just like a different play on like a Mistborn-ish like metal system of magic. So I feel like I'll be able to grasp it, but for some reason it's just I've been intimidated by it.
Read Mistborn? Have you read Mistborn?
Yeah.
Okay.
The original 3. I own the follow-up 3, and I haven't read them yet.
I haven't read any Brandon Sanderson, and I was saying that I wasn't going to, but people keep in my comments are like, read it. And I'm like, eh.
I really enjoy it.
Yeah. So I would say if you're intimidated by Game of Thrones or Outlander, just know what you're getting into. Like Outlander, very dense on the historical aspect. So if you like historical fiction, you're golden. Game of Thrones, it's a flowery writing style. The prose is beautiful, but if you don't like it, you're not going to like the book.
Yeah.
Y'all are going too fast.
You just have to be too like I've read all the Game of Thrones books. I will not continue if and when he ever writes more. I just can't. I need to be done. It's
same.
You've got to like be down for a ton of different POVs. And then I got so pissed at the last books that split timelines.
Yeah,
and I just
the last book
I had to
that
read
came
through a
out was
whole
my
book
least
without
favorite.
certain characters. Like I'm done. I hated everything about that. And then I DNF'd Outlander, so
yeah, Outlander is just a lot. I got through 6 books and I got spoiled for something that happened in the 6th book. 7th book, whatever book I stopped. And it was a rape scene. And if you guys know that series, there is a lot of rape scenes. And I just was done. I was like, no more. I can't do this. Rape is not an excuse to keep your character alive, but just torture them. Like it's terrible. Like she's one of the authors that abuses sexual violence to such a horrible extent that I can't support her anymore.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Melody. I can't. It was too much. It was too much.
Oh no, like it's not the flowery-ist. It's not like J. Kristoff, but it's very medieval. It's not hard to follow, but like
I don't think
like
he's flowery at all.
More like medieval, like, and I'm going to tell you what this room looks like in detail. Like,
yeah, it's not like a lyrical, flowery, prosy writing style at all. It's pretty like aggressive and in your face. It's just also very detailed. Like, I don't care about this person's bowel movement. Can we move the story along?
Yeah. Or how many fucking dishes of food are on the table.
I don't.
So I'm a nerd and I totally love that shit.
I can't.
My name's Maddie.
I really thought, and I was actually very, very surprised that I DNF'd Outlander. Because I was like, oh, no, I'm fine. Like, I thought I knew going into it what I was going to get into. It's historical. It's this and that. Like, there's going to be a certain treatment of women that, like, is time era appropriate. Like, it'll be fine. I know it ahead of time. I'm not going to be one of those women, or like one of those people that are like, oh, it's too much. And I was like, it's too much. Like,
yeah, no, I think that what helped me is I watched the first episode of the show and then read the book. And it's actually what got me back into reading. Like, I stopped reading when I was like 18 because I read Game of Thrones. And when you're 18 and you read Game of Thrones and all you've read before is like Cassandra Clare and that shit, you're like, I'm too good for this now. I'm going to go do college and not have time to sleep. But Outlander, it's like, it's very historical, but you're in Claire's head all the time. Like,
and she's got a shitty head. I don't like her.
No, she's not really a good person. She gets better though, like, but it's not worth it. Like, like the only part of the series is in the third book that I would say is worth it. There was a page I hysterically laughed and then was hysterically crying on the next page. Like, that takes an amazing amount of skill for a writer, but like, not worth it. Oh no, the books I borrowed were from my younger brother. He was in middle school for Game of Thrones. So I did have a kid at Barnes was like, I can read It by Stephen King. And I was like, you're 9. No, you can't.
No.
Nice try, bro.
I'm a grown-ass woman. I'm still not reading Stephen King.
I feel like I need to get back into Stephen King. I read It and I was like, nah, done. I was also 16, so.
No.
Probably.
I read The Shining.
I haven't read that one.
Like forever and a day ago, like back when I was in high school. And I think I watched the original Pet Sematary because Eddie Furlong was in it. Is that his name? And I was like, I think you're cute. I'm gonna watch this. And then I was like, what am I watching? But I'm not.
Natasha, what is the best Stephen King you've read? It's one of the only books. There's only been 2 books in my entire life that has given me nightmares.
I know myself. And I've heard a lot, like actually going to Nova Teen and listening to a whole bunch of the authors talk, they were saying that they don't read or watch horror because they have like just overactive imaginations and they will never sleep at night. And like, that's me. And it's always been me since before I was a writer. Like I can't, my imagination doesn't shut off and I am just certain I'm going to be murdered in my sleep. Like I can't, I can't do it.
Completely sure.
No, completely sure. Like I have an ensuite bathroom and I would run from the bathroom to my bed and then dive under the covers. Cause like as an adult, because I'd be afraid something could get to me. I can't.
Yeah, there was a book that I read when I was in middle school. It's called The Haunting of Elizabeth Cray. I reread it like two year and a half ago. And it's about like demons taking over a like paranormal version of Regency London.
Oh.
And I had a recurring nightmare from it. It was fucking terrible.
Bye, Allie. We love you.
Love you. There was a scene where this girl who was rescued by a demon hunter is in a bathtub, and you pan up, and there are bright red eyes staring at her. Yeah, and I read that, and I just like internalized it, and my brain would do kind of what you're saying, like that fun shit where you're like, that's happening.
Yeah. And then like the little blinking light on your smoke detector is now demon eyes. Like you can't. Like that's.
I would just know. I'd be like looking away from my window, but know that there was eyes back there. Like,
nope, not doing it. She said Salem's Lot, by the way.
I've read that one.
Then you've read the best.
All right. Yeah. So I read that one. I read it on a camping trip. I was probably 14, and then I had to walk to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night.
Who brings King on a camping trip?
Me. When I was 14.
Don't do that. What'd you read on your camping trip? Cujo? What'd you read?
Did you die? Yes.
Yes.
Kills the person.
Don't.
Bye, Hannah, Banana. Thank you.
Bye.
Q. Hi. Okay, there's a Drew Barrymore.
What?
Like Firestarter, Stephen King. I need this.
I had no idea.
I'm so interested right now. So, have you read the Lock and Key? Well, you don't do horror. The Lock and Key graphic novel series by Joe Hill is phenomenal.
Nope. I did this thing is blurbed by Joe Hill as being a black tide of perversity, violence, and lush writing. And it scared me, Maddie. Like this comes out.
Yeah, Joe Hill blurbed that.
Joe Hill blurbed it. Paul Tremblay blurbed it. Like it comes out in September, and it was not okay.
Was it good?
It was good, but I'm really glad it was a novella. I also feel like this had a partially similar storyline to what I think might be happening in Middle Game. I still feel like there's a part of this I didn't quite understand, but like the parts that I did understand are like fucked up.
Oh wow.
But it was really interesting. I don't know. But yeah, I started reading it and I'm like, what am I reading? What am I reading? What am I reading? And then I looked at it and I'm like, it was blurbed by Joe Hill as being like violent and the black tide of perversity. What am I reading right now?
I love the black tie perversity. Only Joe Hill would describe something.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my God. No, I can't imagine reading like horror with a fever. You get like fever brain.
Yeah, I don't think I could do that. Like anything that has. I remember I did have nightmares as a kid because I watched Sahara, like that fucking action movie. But the eyes, when they showed people getting sick, freaked me out. I was like, nope,
Okay, so it's not erotic, but it's kind of smexy. Like there's.
I thought that was a teen book. Really?
No. This is SFF horror and dark fantasy. It's definitely adult. There's nothing teen about it, and it what does the blurb say? It's oh yeah. Together they launch a plan so dark and cruel that a reader will find themselves cheering for blood and for these Avengers to consummate their horrible passion for one another. It's just about like it's a queer, like just two murdering dudes who also just have like the sexiest angsty like.
Oh, so it's vicious, but with like sex.
But with sex. Exactly.
I'm so into it. Oh my God.
Exactly. And it's like every time I'm like, I was here for like the smexy parts of it. Like it was intensely dark.
I love the fact that the Joe Hill part, whatever, but the smut, yes.
Yeah.
Did you see Victoria Schwab going and like talking to like an actor about being Eli?
I saw that she had like fan casted somebody that she saw.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's like a thread of her being like, I wasn't able to grab him. And then she's like, he came back and knelt by my chair and I gave him the book. And I'm like, that's so
Oh my God.
cute.
I did read it. I think I gave it 4 stars.
Solid.
Did I rate it? I think I rated it.
Apparently you reviewed it, so
I reviewed it. Um, yeah, I did. I finished it. It's the only thing I finished so far for Fantasyathon, and I did rate it, and I just don't remember what I rated it.
in the chat finished anything you want to talk about?
Yeah, let me know what you guys finished because I'm not doing great. I'm like well into certain books, but I gave it 4 stars. It was great.
Good. I'm so into that.
Yeah, you should be.
I think the cover makes me think of Monster Calls.
Really? Because I think it looks like the guy from
Or
The
Victoria
Tales of Beetle and Bard.
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
Or the UK version of this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
what
just think that like art style on that character is so like
yeah.
Deathly Hollows looking.
No, that's totally Deathly Hallows.
Isn't it? Which is then really disturbing. Because this guy's not okay.
The description of the flaccid thing from what?
Oh no.
You used a word that I'm very confused by.
I have not read Blackbird. The Bells? I did not read that.
Yeah, I never got into that. Eyes of the Dragon.
Chelsea, those are great books. You're gonna just living your best life. How are you liking Wilder Girls, Mel? Chelsea got an arc of that when we went to Nova Teen. She got the last one. I think she's gonna send it to me when she's done it.
Which one? Wilder Girls?
Yeah.
That and the new retelling of Taming the Shrew. I just
Yeah, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Zach. What did I miss? I don't feel like going back.
Yeah, I'm not going back.
I don't feel like going back.
I'm not doing it.
Oh, is this the link?
Oh, Amber, we've been busy. It's okay. I'll allow it.
Oh, Blackbird. Okay. I've done things but I don't like it.
I mean, I'm assuming I can understand what you mean by flaccid thing. I just don't understand that, like, in that book, they specifically talk about flaccid. I don't understand.
Gotcha.
Really liking it. Oh, Melanie.
I missed it again. That's fine.
I'm going to need Chelsea or Natasha to read that and then tell me if it's my level of scary or too scary for me.
Did we change books or are we still talking about Blackbird?
She's talking about Wilder Girls. She said that there's like body horror, like sewing bloody paranormal eyelids.
Oh, okay.
Kind of.
Fuck
I don't know how I feel about that. Maybe. I don't know. You can text me tonight. I'll be asleep because as soon as we get off, I'm going to bed.
Understandable.
But yes, Chelsea, you let me know. I feel like you've got a lock on my level of straight big baby fear.
Yeah, it's like when I was like, lock a key. Nope.
Nope. Don't do it.
Nope. It's the only graphic novel series where I've turned a page, read down a panel, and went,
ooh.
But like in a good way. Well, not in a good way, like a scary way. Like,
yeah. Yeah, I feel like graphic novels are even worse. I don't know, like I don't know what's worse, like seeing the way that they imagine it or like picturing it in my head. But either way, I don't want to do it.
Picturing in my head because I can get way worse in here than I can on the page.
Yeah. Chelsea, that's not nice. Not nice.
Then we're just all watching out for you. It's okay.
I know. I know. As a fighting. And I was gonna bring you a hating game candle.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. I am a weenie. It's okay. It's all right. I get to see Chelsea in less than a week.
Like, I need that.
Hey, whoa, whoa.
Back it off.
I'm bringing it. You're so strong. You're so tough.
Kiss that ass, Chelsea.
I didn't ask you to lie to me. I just said, don't mock me for being afraid. Don't pander to me. Now you're just being condescending.
Oh my god.
It's okay. I'm kind of hoping, I think tonight, before I go to bed, I'm going to read a little bit more of, read some more novella.
I'm definitely going to read. I'm going to try and finish this because I'm like fucking into it.
There you go.
Yeah. Which is weird too, because like, I think I mentioned it with Curse So Dark. Like, it took me by surprise because I was like fully prepared to hate it. Like, that's just how the year's gone. And then I was like, I'm pleasantly surprised at how much I'm enjoying this.
Yeah. I did. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a unique take on the beast.
Yeah, I liked all the characters, like
Mm-hmm.
on a whole. Oh, I'm reading Skullduggery Pleasant right now. It's about a detective skeleton who solves crimes. And his co-partner, who happens to be like a 12-year-old girl, tops. I don't know how old she is. I have to look that up. Yeah, it was the first
adorable.
68 pages were like great. I was like, yep, this is, yes, good.
They went quick.
They did go quick. Yeah, I read them, like, I think I had 10 minutes before I started freaking out that this wasn't working. And I read that in that amount of time.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to probably just search around on Hoopla, look for some audio and some graphic novels. I don't know. Fantasy graphic novels. Get a couple. I'll look around.
Yes, Melanie, I agree with that. I was real hoping.
I was real hoping.
Like, there was this conversation that went down, and I was like, oh, and no.
I know.
But they left it a little open. Like, a little open.
Look at all the tub time people.
Need to get to
Poly Recs that don't have to be fantasy. Open Earth was a great poly.
Hey, I think Sydney just followed me. And it's
oh, yay. Open Earth is a great poly graphic novel. And then there's always Strange Grace by Tessa Gratton. What else? Dark Artifice series.
Tessa Gratton and I just don't get along. Like, I tried Strange Grace and just could not do it.
No?
Yeah, it was so, like, it's one of the ones that I started this year and I was like, nope.
American Queen. Chelsea was the smutty one. Yeah.
I don't think I was able to get a hold of that one. But you guys really like that, right?
What?
Which?
American Queen was really good. The first one was really good.
Yeah.
I thought the series went drastically downhill at book 2, and I never finished it. But it was pretty great, smutty poly goodness.
Smutty poly goodness. I love it.
Yeah.
I don't know, Melanie. I don't know. We just both read a lot, so we'll find things in common. And I'm also like cool with discussing things I love. Tidbits, like I love people who are like reacting to like 1-star reactions to like their favorite books, and I'm like, I tear my favorite books apart all the time, guys. Sierra Simon's new book?
I'm gonna go look at it. I'll tell you that right
I
now.
don't know what we're talking about. Who are we talking
I have not seen it yet. I also need to just read more.
about?
Oh.
Someone send it to me.
Oh.
Okay, your reaction makes me need to go look it up. Or is it okay? What's the name of it?
Here.
Oh, wait, is that say something?
Oh, I'm sorry. Here, talking because of the
Oh.
cleavage. Cleavage talking. Talking cleavage.
Oh my god, what is that about? I don't
It does,
even know. When is it
does
coming
it
out?
matter?
Is that a contemporary?
Good night. Thank you for joining us.
Good night, thank you.
Yes.
Seriously, go to bed. Oh my god, 2:30.
Amber, also true.
Jemus. Under the cleavage?
Well, in the picture she sent, she screenshot her like
Oh.
she screenshot her like Kindle, and it's
Got it.
yeah.
He technically is, so.
Yeah, I mean, I zoomed in so that you couldn't see what else Melanie had on her.
Gotcha.
But then she outed herself, so I figured I could show it.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, I have to go. I'm
I will
gonna
be
forget.
checking that out.
I gotta. So what's it called? Thorn something? Lesson in
A
Thorns?
Lesson in Thorns? It looks luscious.
Jesus Christ, that's a great cover.
If only it had been a snake crawling up her cleavage.
I know, right? Like, what is up with like the publishing
With just
world
a little tongue, out
right,
right on the
right there.
cleave. Then that snake would be living its best life.
Like someone pointed out that the cover, one of the newer covers that dropped, is the same fucking snake from Ninth House.
Yeah.
Like the same thing. I'm like,
Melanie did. She was like, this one snake is just out there. Like, it's like the year of the snake for
yeah. Then someone did like they photoshopped a whole bunch of covers with snakes, and I retweeted it, and people started like tagging the authors in my comments, and I was like, stop it.
Stop doing that. Yeah, the mock-up, it was like The Fault in Our Stars, and it was like a
That
black
one. I was like, I need
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I did see that one too. It's pretty funny.
Yeah. The boob slithers.
Boob slithers.
Can't relate, but okay. They stay where they're supposed to at all times.
I by no means do I want to bogart your live show here, but if anybody has any other questions or thoughts, otherwise we'll probably start wrapping it up.
Good call. Questions?
Questions, concerns, thoughts,
Regrets?
hopefully not regrets.
Regrets?
Would you do this again? Would you do Fantasyathon again? We know it's very
Yeah.
early into Fantasyathon, but like, you here for it?
Because I'm here for it. But that's not shocking, like, at all.
Yeah, I'm here for it. I would like my life to be here for it next time so that I can enjoy it, but like, I'm here for it.
Thank you.
I forget I don't have snakes in my boobs. Yeah.
Snakes in my boobs.
There's snakes in my motherfucking boob.
Brother.
Hell yeah, brother Fantasyathon. I think I'm still most excited for Sorcery of Thorns.
Yeah.
I think that's gonna be like the best one.
I'm very excited to reread Night Circus, but like I've reread it so many times, so it's gonna be like, yay! But like never more. Like I'm very excited.
I'm pretty excited for you to read that one too.
Ooh,
I think it's
sorry.
gonna be a really good one. Oh, I'm so sorry.
I'm
We're just
so
getting ready to go night nights.
yeah. Well, you're here for the live show, Q, so it's okay.
But yeah,
What's your most recommended fantasy? Oh God, what would you guys say do I recommend the most?
um, I gotta say, mine's got to be probably like Strange Grace at this point because most of my most recommended are contemporary, and I
Yeah,
don't think that K. Ankrum falls under fantasy, but also just go read K. Ankrum.
I feel like I go through like loops where sometimes I'm talking about Nevernight, sometimes I won't shut up about City of Brass,
Mm,
sometimes it's Strange the Dreamer. Like
yeah,
it's hard because it's like like I get really passionate, but I don't have like one where everyone's like, "That's the book she's only read, and that's it."
yeah.
Like,
Well, you know what? A couple because I did that video on like which ones I encourage people to read. I got a lot for The Strange and Beautiful Stars of Ava Lavender and Into the Drowning Deep, which are technically not contemporary. They have like sci-fi ish. They're
elements, yeah.
like they're SFF, genre. Um The Diviners, maybe? Chelsea.
I definitely would say, Melanie, the one that people associate with you from the outside is the Cruel Prince.
Yeah.
Like automatically. I think for me, it's either Nevernight or Six of Crows. Depends on the person.
Yeah. I had people say like Cruel Prince, Six of Crows, and Nevernight for me. And I was like, I always
Wait,
just assume that
really?
those are yeah, but like in my mind, they're such huge like franchise like hyped books that like I don't understand how like any one person is your person for that. Like they're just like known about. But like I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I feel like it's weird because it's like a lot of people got into Nevernight separately for me. And I
Hmm.
read it really early on. So I was like, I read that so early. But like it's such a huge thing now that it's like it's
Yeah.
not I'm just glad that it had that comeback because at first I was like, okay, everyone hates this. All right, that's fine.
I think it's one of those things where like I came to it via somebody else, but like maybe somebody only follows my channel, so then they found it through me when it's like not really
Yeah.
like the thing I'm known for. But
And I saw that on like a just somebody's Instagram somewhere. I was like, I like that cover. And I worked at a bookstore, so I just went and bought the book.
mhm. The Hollow series by Kim Harrison. That's what I want to be known for. It's urban fantasy, but it's amazing.
I have to read that.
Please do it.
I'll do it. Yeah, I can't find my God's Grave poster. It's somewhere in here
Hmm.
and I'll find it, but yeah, I can't find it.
Well, I'm here for it. I'm here for whatever the rest of the readathon brings.
Exactly.
I'm excited to see your vlogs. I'm excited to see your Twitter
Anything.
conversations and your Instagram posts. I've been tagged in a whole bunch of really pretty Instagram pictures. You guys
Oh,
the best.
thank you so much. YouTube
Yay.
emojis. Yes, the YouTube emojis. All
I
right,
love
guys.
it.
I think we'll probably wrap up.
Everybody get back to reading.
Exactly.
We see
Not,
you.
you're not reading right now, hanging out with us, or you're actually reading and like
Like not paying any attention.
not anything at all.
Thank you for joining us. I know it's weird to have one on the beginning end of a readathon, but it's just a crazy month.
Yeah, it worked out though.
Yeah, I think so too. And I'm glad. Hopefully we can be here to amp you up and encourage you to keep reading it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely feel free to tag us, keep us updated. Let us know how you're making out. Go read something good.
Exactly. Anything doesn't have to be fantasy. But like if it is fantasy, let me know.
But we hope so. I know. We're sorry. We
I
know.
get distracted.
We know.
You're welcome.
You guys are the best. Thanks for hanging out. Oh, go to bed.
Okay, guys.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Good night.